Hello and welcome to Advanced Pharmacology. It is my pleasure to have you in this course. I am Dr. Lorraine Hu. I have been with the USU since 2018. The courses I have taught are nursing informatics, health promotion and disease prevention, transitions in practice, the role of the advanced practice nurse, advanced pharmacology, which I have been teaching since 2018, and as of now, I'm primarily teaching advanced pharmacology, and now I'm adding advanced pathophysiology to my resume. I have been a clinical instructor for several years, and I enjoy teaching nursing. I am a practicing certified registered nurse anesthetist for a number of years. Prior to becoming a CRNA, I have worked in many clinical areas such as ICUs. Basically, most of the ICUs like surgical, cardiac, neuro, ICU, PACU, bone marrow transplant unit. That was a long time ago. And I've also worked as a nurse's aide before I went into RN school. I reside in Connecticut with my husband and my two beautiful cats. They are my babies. They are so spoiled. My husband often joke and say that these two cats, they have won the cat lottery, which is true. They're loved and well cared for. I am also a grandmother to a beautiful little girl who lives in Florida with my daughter and her husband. And I do miss them a lot. And my daughter's actually pregnant and she is due this summer. So I'm very excited to become a grandmother again soon. And I miss them a lot since living in Connecticut. And that gives me more reason to go visit them often. My hobbies are reading. Mostly it's like current events, newspaper. I love mystery novels, but of late I've been teaching and I have been reading some textbooks. That has been taking some time, and trying to come up with some study guide of some sort for my other class that I'm teaching. So that's the pharmacology. Okay. I enjoy cooking and gardening and traveling. It's probably enough about myself. I'm actually going to talk more about your syllabus and what to expect for this course. Your required textbook is Pathophysiology, the biologic basis for health in adults and children, edition 8. And it's by McCants and Huter. So they haven't changed the textbook. They were planning on changing the textbook for this semester, but apparently it didn't make it into your course syllabus. So you have the McCants and Huter listed as your required text. However, things have changed in this course, the structure of it. In the past, the students were required to purchase both the textbook and the study guide, the companion book that went with this textbook, and there was a lot of homework involved every week from the study guide. However, they have done away with that study guide, so you no longer have to purchase the study guide, and if you did, you need to return it to Elsevier for credit. Okay, so just let them know that we are no longer required to have that study guide. Okay, so you're not going to have that weekly assignment that you have to submit for grading. So things have changed. Okay, your introduction is due on Tuesday, the first day of class. It is expected that you interact with your classmates and with me for all discussion boards, including the introduction. So you're basically getting a grade on your introduction as well. I would advise you for all of you to get 100% on the discussion boards. Um, there is a total of 9 discussions plus your introduction. Therefore, in the first week, you will have 2 discussions that are due in addition to your introduction that is due on Tuesday. Okay, so the first day of that's the first day of class. Your introduction is due, and then your initial discussion for week 1 is due Thursday. So always your first discussion, your initial one, is due every Thursday for the next 8 weeks, and that's before midnight Pacific Standard Time. And then you respond to your peers either the following day or the day after. But there's a total of 2 peer responses required for your course. So please read your syllabus and read your guidelines that are put in each week, and that's accessed through your content from the home page. Okay, so make sure you separate the days for your peers, or points will be deducted. Any unexcused late work will receive a deduction in points. I highly encourage you to adhere to the discussion board policy. In week 1, also you'll have a second discussion that is due Saturday of this week, and that's before 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with a minimum of 2 peer responses on a different day than the main post. Okay, so that all these discussions, the deadlines to complete both the discussions I'm talking about, all of them that you're responding to the peers are due on Monday. Okay, so anytime after Thursday, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until Monday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to respond to your peers. But make sure your peers' responses are not on the same day, so be very mindful of that. Okay. Your introduction is worth 15 points, and discussions are worth 10 points. From week 2, moving forward, besides your discussions that's due every Thursday, that's your initial discussion, before midnight, you will have a group presentation. I will assign you into groups, so please look out for that information in your announcement board, plus your USU email. Okay? If you do not see an email from me by the end of Friday, okay, please check your spam box, because most likely they are in there. Okay, so any announcements that I make is crucial that you need to check from time to time, especially your announcements. So anything that I make, that's my communication with you, is through the announcement on D2L. And there are times I will post in your email as well. Okay, so in 2 places. All right, so please check your announcements first and your email. If you don't find that information, so please let me know. Okay, most likely all your questions will be answered if you look at your announcements. That's where I put every information that I have will be there. Okay, so what's going to happen with this group presentation? So starting from week 2, you will be put into groups. You will contact each other and work with each other. Okay? You're going to nominate someone each week to be the group leader. So this way, when you're making the presentation slides, you are communicating with the leader, and this person will put together your presentation and will upload it into D2L for all to review and for me to review and give you feedback. There is a peer evaluation form that must be uploaded, and I think as a group you will have to put your names down into that one form per group, all the names of the participants, and I guess you are grading each other as far as how you work as a group. I've not seen that form yet, but I will take a look at it. But I believe you all will grade each other, and that will be uploaded to me by the end of the week, like Monday before midnight. So that's starting in week 2. So if you are the leader, nominated a leader, you can do that job as well as to gathering the information, making the slides, uh, uh, putting them together, the narrative as well, putting them together, and then posting them. And then you can also put all your participants' names down in your group and put down their grade for participation and submit it to me. So each week, someone else is going to take turn to be the leader and will do the peer evaluation as well. Okay, so this is fair so everybody can get a chance. But since there are 7 case discussions, presentations, perhaps one of you might have to do an extra one. So please discuss this among yourselves. Okay? So I urge you to read your syllabus and the weekly content guides for any information regarding the length of the presentation and a maximum number of allowable slides for your presentations. Your group presentations are due Saturday before midnight Pacific Standard Time, and these presentations are worth 30 points each. So there are a total of 7 from week 2 to all the way to week 8. Okay, and then the peer evaluation form for the group presentations that must be filled out each week by your group leader, whoever you nominate. Okay, and the peer evaluation form is available in the online modules. Okay, and they are worth 5 points each. There are several changes actually in this semester, and one of the changes is the weekly quizzes. So you're no longer going to have quiz every week. I think last semester and a few semesters back, they all had a weekly quiz, and I believe there were like 8 quizzes. But you're not going to have that at all. Okay, things have changed. No more weekly quizzes. Instead, there are only 2 quizzes offered. The first quiz is in week 4, and the second quiz is in week 8. Okay, there are 50 questions pulled from a large test bank randomly. The quizzes will be based on your chapter readings. Unfortunately, I cannot offer you a study guide due to the randomization of the questions being asked. There are literally about 300 questions. I believe each time you're taking a test, it pulls out from somewhere. But it's all regarding what you were assigned, okay, for your readings. So, and the questions may come in multiple choice, true or false, some matching the question with the answers. I mean, any one of those things can come, okay? And you are given 75 minutes to complete all 50 questions. Okay, yeah, and each quiz is worth 250 points for a total of 500 points. So you have 2 quizzes in week 4 and week 8. So they are actually 25% each. Okay, so times 2 is 50%. So that's half of your final grade. Okay, and last of all, we're going to talk about your final exam, your signature exam. That's your HESI for Patho, and that's worth 150 points, which is 15 points off your total grade. Last semester and the semesters before that, they were 20%. They were worth 20% of your grade, but they have reduced it to 15%, 1-5, okay? The new change with pathophysiology HESI is that USU will no longer add 15 points for conversion into USU scores. Okay, so what you get in HESI is what will be transferred into your grade book. Okay, if you have any questions regarding the syllabus or any concerns, please email me at my USU email, and do not use the D2L email to contact me. Okay, because there are times that I don't go on it every minute of the day. Okay, so I might see it at the end of the day, and if you ask me early in the morning and when I get out of work, by the time I come home, it's going to be really late. If you need an answer immediately, you need to contact me through the USU email, not through D2L, and you can text me anytime. And my text number is included at the end of my announcements and the introduction in your D2L. So please make a note of that. Since this is a YouTube video that I'm making, I'm not going to give you my email or my telephone number here. Okay, so you need to look at that in your D2L announcements and my course introduction that I have I've typed in. Okay, so please contact me and at any time. Okay, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and I appreciate you watching this YouTube video, and I appreciate it. And good luck with your class and the rest of your journey through NP school. Thank you so much.